Hey there, Internet. Keeve here, and welcome to the Cars and Keeve YouTube channel. In this video, we're going over push lock quick connects. Their viability, is it a gimmick? And I will have to say that I am guilty of kind of pushing them off when they first came out. Because when you push the quick connect, it shoots the nozzle, like this one right here, you know, it shoots the nozzle. But I decided, you know what, let's try to give this a chance. A viewer had hit me up on DMs and said, hey, I found cheap quick connects, and showed how he took them all apart and got them, because right now I think you can get them at some websites for maybe 30 bucks a piece. They're not even really available on Amazon yet, unless you get one of these. Now you see it's missing one because I've already used one. This is one of those two-piece spray nozzles. This is something I'll never make a video on by itself because I don't believe in this. There's way too much dead angled restriction in this whole thing for whatever this is to be worth it for car washing, car detailing. But I was saying to myself, this is the old school, right? And I'll say, look how quickly I can get that on there. Like, I'm getting pretty good at this, sometimes off, not as quick, but it's second nature to me. But it's harder on your fingers to do that. And I think I was just, you know, being like, hey, look what I can do. I don't need that. But you know, many people, they like this, and I think it's going to work out for them. And now I was thinking about too much about myself and not about, you know, the broader, which what I tend to do in my reviews is think about the broader audience. And I think I got a little too tunnel visioned on this, and this just push in, like, and yes, it does have, you know, the ability to shoot, but that's what I thought is, hey, you could probably treat that easily by dropping your gun. Well, it just doesn't happen that way. It doesn't trigger like that. You have to have pushed it. And you could do that with your fingers, but an accidental drop, and I have spent a week, I've gone through 6 car washes, and I do what I normally do. You see all my guns are they're just scratched. I throw my gun on the ground. I just don't care. I throw it down, drag it, all kinds of stuff. Never popped off. And then McKillen just sent me these. They sent them before they even sent me a DM saying, hey, I sent you these. Just check them out. Let me know your opinion on them. Didn't ask for a video or anything, but they did send these to me for free. And this is the 3/8 quick connects. They're very, very high quality, very nice Viton seals. And I hooked up to my Blushield Kevlar hose here, and just look at it. It's just, that is very satisfying. And the ease of clicking on and off. But for me, the majority of the time, my system is pretty much pressurized. I don't ever really take this gun off the hose. So this one, the convenience of this, I don't know if necessarily is as necessary, unless you're somebody who's pulling your pressure washer out from storage or from a shelf, and you always have your hose disconnected. You always have your gun disconnected. I think would be very good for that. And your quick connects for your garden hose, very nice. These quick connects for the garden hoses, these are a little bit longer than the normal kind, but they snap in, and the stainless steel on this, like the quality, I mean, you can't deny that quality. Now, when it comes to garden hose quick connects, I myself would not use these because I like the Ely kind. And the Ely kind, they're actually push connects too. So I have brand new ones here. Now, Ely sends me nothing. I buy all this stuff. You have these, and they do the snap as well. You don't have to pull it to accept. It's just a quick connect. But when you pull back, it doesn't spring load and shoot out. You still have to remove it. So that's the reason I like these so much more. It is, I mean, look at the bulk difference in the two of them. There's a big difference there. But this, the amount of inner bore that you have there to get all the flow is just, man, these come with a 10-year warranty. McKillen makes this entire kit. They don't make or sell, they may be making, they don't sell a 1/4" one yet. Only a few websites have it. Amazon does not have a single listing that I know of that sells these by themselves. And the guy that sent me the DM showed me this, and I totally forgot about it. So then I started looking on Amazon. I got 20 pages deep, found this one, looked on the DM, exact same brand. I'm like, okay, that just leads me to believe it. This is about the only one out there. So you get 2 male threaded 1/4" quick disconnects for 18 bucks, $9 a piece. And usually, you know, when you order quick connects on Amazon or a place like that, they always come in 2s anyway, normally. So we're gonna go ahead and add this one to the 2 2-LUT gun here to show you how easy that process is. Now, if you're watching this in the future, Who knows, 6 months from now, there may be 50 listings of these push connects all over the place and this video doesn't mean much anymore. But for right now, on the market, there isn't much out there at all. And people are asking left and right in comments and asking DMs, asking, hey, do you know where I can get these? Do you know where I can get these? So I said, you know what, let's go for it. And I do apologize to those of you who kept telling me, hey, no, they're amazing. I'm telling you, they're amazing. You were right. They really are. And yeah, sometimes, like I said, I get stuck on that. I get a little selfish about, hey, look what I can do. I can do it with one hand. Who needs this? Who needs this? They look pretty damn good quality, don't they? I mean, the paint on this, not so much, but I've been abusing this trying to get this off. You're going to need some pretty long ones because you're going to need some leverage, or you can do it with your wrench in one of these. If you have a vise, that will work even better. So I take my much larger one and working on here. A pair of vice grips will work pretty well as well. But that allows me to hold this against here as I'm, you know, because this is going to be lefty-loosey, so it's going to be like this. So I could take this and go this way. And as I'm undoing, I'm pushing down and giving myself that leverage. Same thing with this. And the reason the wrench or this is actually a Ryobi brand. I got these at one of those discount stores. I don't even know if they make them anymore. But it has a thinner tip because the outer shell of your quick connect goes over this. So if you get a wrench with a big footprint, it can't get onto this nut right here. So you have to make sure you have one that actually can fit there. If you have difficulty, heating it up a little bit is gonna help. But you should be able to break this loose with a couple of good leveraged wrenches. And you can just see the amount of thread lock that they had in there. You're gonna take your wire brush and you're gonna get that thread lock off of there. So the good thing about taking the one off the gun is the gun itself is basically gonna give you the leverage that you need. You can just kind of hold the gun against the edge. Now the nut on this quick connect does not quite match anything that I have currently that can fit it. It's more of a metric, and that's 7/8. That's what I used on the other one. It just doesn't work. Holy, oh, wow. That was on there. You don't want to break your gun either. Threadlock City. That was in there. Wow. They gunked it up at the top here like a whole bead. Get our trusty Blue Monster tape out there. It's the only Teflon that I'll use. So if we're turning that way, we want our Teflon to go in the same direction. Because if you wrap it in the wrong direction as you're threading on, it's going to try to de-thread the Teflon that you already put on there. And then we screw that in there. A wrench would have been a lot easier. These, they're good, but they'll scratch up the nut on there. But the good thing about the gun is your leverage. And look at that, we're already there. All the way in. Now, since these are kind of new to the market, we don't know longevity-wise, durability, 6 months, a year from now, are these going to fail? We don't know. Well, that's the overview of the push connects. Let's go quickly test these out, do some drop scenarios, spray it against the hood. This isn't going to change performance at all. It's just, you know, just to do it. Before we get to that point, check the links below for anything in the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. If you have hype points and you feel I deserve them, throw me some hype points my way as well. It helps the channel out. Let's go have some fun. So here's our scenario. We're going foam. So this is a foam can filled with 700 milliliters of incredible Suds. Code cards will keep you saving 10% at the House of Rags. Ready a DIY detail for that amazing soap. And actually having a weight on it makes it harder to you know, come off, but it's just little thumb. It's really easy. Before I would have to kind of use 2 fingers to push back and do this with one hand. This is boom, done. And then put back. It's just like that. Like there's no stress on your fingers or anything. Works great. This one right here, this is under pressure. This is not coming off. And I don't want to be the person who somehow does get it to come off. But under pressure, you're not going to have a problem. But the gun, the pressure is on and off. So the pressure is only there when you pull the trigger. So instantly I can do that. But if I pull the trigger, you can't undo it. So you're not gonna be able to accidentally do it while you're using the unit. And something like this is so heavy that it doesn't even pop off because it's just too heavy. So your scenario is you're gonna foam. like that. We're gonna take that off and we're gonna switch to our nozzle here and just boom. And you're kind of washing it off. And the same when you're pressurizing it when it's running, it's not gonna pop off. But if I'm this distance, can I hit the hood? I can't even make it to the hood. It's not spring loaded enough. And once you get used to these, it's kind of a fail safe, because the old way, if you're pushing it on there, you can seat it in, but sometimes the quick release doesn't grab all the way around. You have to do a little bit of a pull to hear that lock. This one, when you push it in, you have that audible, you know that it's locked. The other way around, you kind of, I've done it before, and you see it in video and bloopers, but you can just do this, and if it's not seated, then, you can shoot it across the room. So it actually helps prevent that kind of issue. So the drops I've been doing is, normally I'm washing a car, I'm gonna spray the panel. When I move on to do something else, I just throw my gun down and I just keep on going. I treat my stuff like crap because I wanna make sure that what I'm using is gonna survive, right? I can let you guys know down the road, hey, my 60mm gun, my 22 gun, after a couple of drops, it cracked. But these things are pretty dang durable. And that swivel, still amazing, right? You can drop it 1,000 different ways. I've tried doing this where you can land it right on the nozzle, and I cannot for the life of me. Oh, we did it. Was that part on camera? We did it. But all it did was dribble like 3 inches away. It's no big deal. We did it. I've been trying for weeks. Now, who's going to do this just constantly? But now oh, it just did it again. I'm sorry if I'm not getting this on camera. I need to pan out a little bit. All right, we're covering the whole floor. So the scenario that's going to get this to pop off is you're kind of landing it on its side, right at the edge of the nozzle. Now, see it? It just popped off. But all it did was just trickle along the ground, no big deal. Can you even see me? So I'm not too worried about it. This part's not coming off, but we did get the nozzle to come off quite a few times. I couldn't get it to do but I didn't do it quite like that. I got a little exaggerated here, but that goes to show you what can happen. It has to be that kind of perfect scenario where this kind of hits the ground right at about this perfect angle to where it's not just hitting, but it's sliding enough to grab the neck of this to get that little bit of movement to make it pop out. I know you guys like dropping foam cannons. So, no big deal. The neck did not break. It just popped off. It's going to screw right back in. And from a foam cannon's perspective, I think you're good. The weight is so much that it's going to keep it from popping off. Well, there you go. And is it a viable solution? Absolutely. We abused it. I actually got the nozzle to pop off 3 times in the video, but I was literally doing what you had to do it. But when it did pop off, it just trickled. It didn't do anything. And I showed you when you push the spring, it shoots far enough for you to kind of grab it. Maybe some of the other brands, some of them could shoot further. Who knows if the spring load on those is a little more tense. This one is just right. And with the foam cannon, it's not even enough to let the foam cannon fall off the end. The push lock here on the hose, I think it's only viable for you if you are actually undoing the gun and the hose all the time. If you're leaving them together, is that really worth it to pay extra to go ahead and add that? Probably not. Are these needed? Absolutely not. It's just a nice thing to have, right? If you're looking to get into quick connects, this is a new option for you. Not necessarily you don't need to upgrade what you already have, but if you want to, the option is out there now. And man, the McKillen's ones, very high quality. I'm sure some other ones will be coming out soon, give you a cheaper alternative, but the quality is there with McKillen's, and I'm very interested in the products they have coming. Their pressure washer, they have a hose coming. Like I said, in a few months, there could be 6,000 of these listings on Amazon. And what I'm showing you here really doesn't mean much of anything at all. So there you go. Check the links below for anything in the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Give me some high points if I deserve it. If you think I deserve it and you have some, and I'll see you in the next video. And I hooked it up to my, oh my gosh, what are you doing? And I hooked it up to, it's popping off under. So I would take much larger one. So I take much. Jeez, no big deal. But it's going to be harder